Hey, hey, what's going on, people? Tenor here, Tenor Talk, where we speak truth and from the heart. What's going on? Just going to make sure we are live on all the platforms. I don't go live that often, so I want to make sure everything is still jiving. I'll put the chat open over here for after we're live. If someone on either, if you're on YouTube or, well, I'll wait a minute because you might not be hearing me. I'll wait 1 second. All right, so let me check over here. Hey guys, what's up? Tenor here, Tenor Talk, where we speak truth. Let me lower that. All right. Hey peeps, anyone watching on YouTube or Facebook or Rumble, if you can tell me if we are live. Just waiting for that. Cool. And we're going to have, I got a special guest in the wings. He'll be here in a minute. I just want to make sure we are live. Can't see anything here. What's going on? Hang with me, peeps. Don't go anywhere. And if not, looks like we got someone there. Can someone put in the chat that you can hear me and see me and what platform you are on? That would be cool. Thank you very much. I'll just double check over here again. I'm rusty at this, guys, so don't beat me up, okay? Let's see. Let's try this. All right. Looks like I'm live on Rumble. That's good enough for me. All right. What's going on, guys? It is, what is it? It's the 5th, right? It's February 5th. My goodness. 9 o'clock. Exciting things going on. What's up, cuz? That must be Facebook. Very cool. All right. So, going to try to keep a short show tonight. I wanted to just wanted to show off my having withdrawals. You guys know that I was in Washington and I got to perform 2 of my songs at a Maga Maha inaugural ball, and I have one of my guests that was down there as well. And you know this gentleman. He'll be coming in a minute. So I wanted to give a shout out to Andre Soriano. I wound up getting my hands. We worked out something, and I wound up getting my hands, and I get to keep this amazing jacket. So I'm going to wear it for a few minutes because I'm having rock star, withdrawals. Okay, and let me just pull up a quick photo. Just a quick shout out to everybody that was in Washington. So, and here we got them. We got the Colonel, Chris Sanders from Drill Baby Drill. We got Sophia, who basically put the whole thing together at the ball. Her mom, Lisa Schermerhorn. Them is in there. Andre Soriano's wearing his red hat. And we've got James McCoy Taylor, who was supposed to be the Bachelor. And I'm going to have him on a show. We'll learn about that. That's for another day. He, because he exercised his freedom of speech, he got canceled. Terrible things like that have been going on. Anyway, let's not go into any negativity. And I also got to meet, would you believe it? I got to meet Miss America. Miss America, Andre got to fit her for one of the Maga Maha balls. And this was me wearing my Andre Soriano jacket. They caught that during the performance, and I'm really proud of that picture because I've been manifesting these things. That's a little part of what we're talking about tonight. Are you on the sidelines? Are you claiming your power? Are you participating in these beautiful things that are here? Are you learning? Let me put Andre up there. Andre Soriano. He also does designs for Melania Trump. This isn't political. It's just that's who he works for. So check him out. He's outside of DC. Anyway, we got to get going, guys. There's a lot of amazing things. I got myself back into things that I stepped away from. I'm feeling the changes. I'm in such a good mood, and there's no going back for me. I'm not going to allow it because I'm the creator. I have everything I need inside. I'm the creator of the ship. I'll bring my dude in so he can. Mr. Ken Close, what's happening?
Hey, sir. How are you? Good to see you right here live on Tenor Talk, buddy. Woo!
I'm excited. I'm still awaiting word. Maybe the colonel will reach out if I'm performing at a CPAC after party or something. I'll touch base with him in a day or two. I don't want to bother him during his birthday. One of the gentlemen we just mentioned that we got to meet in Washington. It was real gathering of power. We had so much fun. The energy was so strong because it really is. It's not, if you didn't know this, like now when you know, when you're with your tribe, when you're with your people that are working so hard to raise their frequency, and they're tapped into their energy and their power, and they're changing their lives, and they're claiming their health and everything that they know that they have access to. I've been involved in some exciting things in my life, but I got to tell you, when I got home, I was slightly sad for a few days. So I started running the Healy, like on the mental programs and stuff, and I redid my aura reading. You know what I mean? And I put my positive affirmations in there. I was talking to you. I'm like, I'm home. I'm like, I feel like I'm alone, but it's okay to be alone. Like being alone, we don't want to get into that, but that's another. Instead of feeling lonely, you can actually change, some of the neurons in your brain with these other ways. So it's okay to be alone and embrace that. That's for another show, because I want to talk about that, because I suffered that throughout. I would talk to you about this, right? Throughout, like, oh, I'm home. I feel like I want to be doing something. I'm lonely. I'm alone. But that's a really good time to actually build and actually become more powerful. So I hope we can, maybe on the next show next week, we're going to be doing another show, guys. We'll touch on other things because we want to kind of keep this one simple. And what I wanted to keep it simple with, Ken, was because we did the other shows, and the links are underneath here, guys, if you want to see. We're not going to get into it pretty much, but Ken created this. There's all these other technologies that came out, and I do want to show you a quick clip. Again, it's not political, but when President Trump was in his first administration, during the coronavirus, he actually did a video, and I said, "Hey, Ken, I remember when Trump was in office the first time. He actually told us about light therapy. Remember when I told you about that?" And I went and found it. So just while I'm here, I just want to show that, because that's other things that are available to us, and like I say here in the RFK confirmation, which is definitely going to happen, because this is going to really ruffle and amplify things and really speed things up, because I believe what Robert and Make America Healthy Again is going to expose a lot of things. It's going to expose a lot of things that have been kept from us. Manipulation. Again, we don't want to talk about negativity, but the truth is here. Real science, and RFK's confirmation, I think, is the last piece of the puzzle that's going to blow these technologies and all of these amazing things, and learning about the power within. Ultimately, I believe the RFK confirmation is the missing piece to this puzzle. That's why I wanted to do the show, call it the RFK confirmation, and health, and technology incoming, because it's going to come fast and furious. But just to touch on the light, just to show you that Trump knew this back then, and he's telling you, in fact, in this video. I want you guys to listen to
So
this.
let me tell you
He's
something.
telling you.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. So when we are looking at how to influence these bodies, right? These bodies are light energy. Our fundamental component of life force itself is a light. Okay. Now the understanding about that is that with light we can speak to our genetic codes. With sound, we can speak to our genetic codes. With vibration, we can speak to our genetic codes. With microcurrent, with many other technologies that they're simply information. They're invisible. You can't necessarily see them, but they're very influential on our genetic code. There's 97% of your genetic code is adaptive, reading the field for an informational signal in the form of light, vibration, sound, microcurrent. There's many ways in which we can speak that are not pharmaceuticals. They're not any kind of radiation that's bad for you. This is actually a signaling mechanism. And so, we've learned this years ago, Nikola Tesla said over 100 years ago that the moment that science starts to study the non-physical, it will make more progress in 1 decade than it had in its entire existence. Non-physical influence on biology. Okay, so go ahead. Let's take a look, and I'll show you. I mean, you'll see.
Before there's so much going on. I only wrote a couple of notes. I'm running my Healy. I'm running the microcurrent, and I didn't even get to tell you. We jumped on a few minutes early. We were running late. I'm running the pain stimulation, which you can target, which the gold model, the Healy, comes with this and the other things. I have that short video I'll show in a minute. But as you can see, I'm using I have my bracelets on because once this is finished, I'm just going to snap them back onto my bracelets and move on to whatever my next program is. But I'm running the pain stimulation because I did something today. I have no idea what I did. I tweaked like my wrist. I have this like pain in my wrist, and I just ran. This one is the 19-minute program. It expired while we were talking, and I moved it, and my wrist is like 95%. It's already feeling better. And I've never done this in real time like this, but this was a real thing that happened to me. I said, this is so cool. I'm going to put this on and I'm going to tell people, like, while I was treating, I put it on the second time. So in 19 minutes, 20 minutes, when this is finished, my wrist, the pain. And actually the FDA actually recognizes the Healy. I think I can say that it actually recognizes the Healy for pain. I think in depression, but there's thousands of other frequencies, which maybe we'll touch on in a minute. But the FDA actually recognizes this device. And I wanted to tell people, is it 5 years ago now, Ken? You actually are the guy that smuggled this in from Germany. You smuggle, I have to call it, you smuggle it in, because 5 years ago, people like in my world, if you're going to like do something that's going to infringe on the pharmaceutical company, right, to stop taking poisons that make you take something else to treat the side effect for that one. Oh, now we got something else that's going to help treat the side effect, and it's ongoing. And I don't mind saying there's Tenor Talk, Truth and Vermont. It's what killed my father ultimately, right? I made great strides with him, but that's for another day. I'll tell people exactly how he was murdered. And I can tell you that truth and from the heart. So you're the guy, though, to risk your life, because people that bring health and want to make change, and all these people, we've heard the horror stories of these people. I was with online with someone 5 years ago. I don't mind saying her name, Anne Baroque. She was like this holistic person that helped me with like a candida diet and this major cleanse. And I recorded my sessions with her, and then I ultimately find out that she committed suicide. And I said, that's impossible. This woman had parrots going. She was the biggest beam of light. So I believe she was murdered because she was changing people's lives. So I want to thank you for risking your life, for smuggling this device, because you did. You risked your life. People have been murdered for less. Okay. So let me say thank you for that. I love you. Let me play this video real quick because I'm going all over the place and I don't want to keep a long show.
With no silver bullet to knock out the coronavirus, President Trump is suggesting medical experts look into exposing the human body to light and heat as a possible treatment.
Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way.
This is really new, folks. And I'm talking about, this panel that you see, the green one. This is the first of it.
Okay, did I lose Ken? There he is.
I'm here.
As you saw the start of that video, Ken, that's the teaser I put together for the QUORAEffect. We put that together because Trump was talking about light, and we have that video which is on the healingtheworld.love, because people, when they're done watching this video, they should immediately go to healingtheworld.love. You don't have to go right now. It's going to be here. This is being recorded. Chill out, everyone. We got great stuff going on. I'm so excited. So Ken has the first green light in the United States of America, and that's a part of the QUORAEffect, which the links are under here. I recommend you go after here, just absorb what's going on today, because I mainly want to target on today the Healy, which is microcurrent and frequency, which is one of the components in this big like mobile healing centers that Ken has on the table, which is the QUORA effect. It's mobile. I mean, if you have an RV, I'm trying to get my hands on it very soon because I want to travel again, and I want to treat people as I just go across the country, whether it's just microcurrent or the red light, the green light, all of the components in the QUORA effect. The main thing to understand is that everything we need, everybody, I want to say, everything we need already is already here. It's already inside us. It's already in the quantum field. What we've been led to believe or misled is that we've got to go places. We've got to look for people. We've got to wait for God and Jesus to come back out of the clouds. We got to wait like for med beds to come get delivered. And I have to say this only as Tenor can, because I have to, just sweet talk, I don't think it works. I don't know how much longer people are going to get caught up in these online loops of just marathons talking about, dates of things that are happening, because the only dates that are things that are happening for me is what Tenor is making happen, because I got the memo, because I'm a powerful divine creator. I have music in my life. I had the Washington trip to go perform at an inaugural ball. I have my dog. I have these connections that I'm making is because I'm not waiting for anything. Okay, I'm not waiting for anything. I have everything available. This is medbed in the pocket as far as I'm concerned. All of the components in the QUORA effect: light therapy, sound therapy, vibration, oxygen, charging your water. Everything is here, everybody. There's nothing else coming. There's no Star Trek episode, I don't think. It's all here. And whatever everyone might be waiting for, you have to hopefully contribute to it, because I believe we are what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for. So we have everything here. So let's tap into the stuff. Ken, I showed that video Trump told us about light therapy, 5 years ago. So we're moving in. Technologies are coming. Everything's here. What do you?
We're able to
calm me down. Calm me down.
we're able to change the body again through information, through influence like this, and like you said, we should not be waiting for anything outside of us or permission by some contemporary model to actually empower these bodies. And that's pretty much my motto, is to empower the body. And we can level the playing field with anybody who we're talking to with one spot, and that's with the body, because we all have one. And so if you understand the way in which we can epigenetically, in other words, outside the cell, we can influence the body's expression. This is important, because when we can affect change on the body's expression, and it's not with some pharmaceutical, right? And it's even not so much with a substance at all. We can do this through energy. And that's really important. Frequency is the signaling mechanism. It's a magnetic wave. It's a signaling mechanism in which we can change biology. And so we can now dial up from an app on our phone, frequencies to run through a particular technology and influence these codes that I'm talking about. And it doesn't matter if you're old or young, if you're male or female. You don't have to be a scholar or a guru or a doctor. You don't have to be any of that. You can just be the plain old Joe like Tanner and I are right here, right? You don't have to have a ton of education. It all functions very simply because it's designed to be an individually based application, right? For your body and for everybody. So that's as simple as it is. We've got different additions and ways to
Can I
address
jump on something with that, which you actually said before? I had 5 things going through my head. This is such a simple equation that would help you, because I understand how hard this is to believe, right? Because we've gone millennia, right, thinking the old ways, and these things were available, like you say, when Tesla. I mean, most of my crowd understands Tesla, so I don't know why it should be simple to understand this. And now with RFK coming, and these things are coming into play where you got the advance notice here. You guys are VIPs. You know what's already. It's not that it's coming; it's already here. It's not coming. There's no need to wait for anything. But so we have. So you Ken said something, and you said it again. So we have a phone. Okay, we have Wi-Fi. So I'm not connected to anything. I have Wi-Fi in the house. I'm on the computer right now. My laptop is not plugged in anything, and I'm speaking to people literally right now, or they're going to watch this on the recording, all around the world. Okay, because there's certain people all around the world that follow me. Okay, so people all around the world are going to watch this video, and they're watching it now with no connection. So we've got some type of signal. You could just say it's Wi-Fi, but we have Wi-Fi. We have a signal that is making all of this happen. So we've got a signal that makes our phones work. It's sending data and information, whatever, and we don't care because it's just working. And I'm happy that I have it, and I know that something's happening, and I don't have to know how it works. So I've got a program running on my phone that's treating me. I've got a program running on my laptop that I'm talking to people all around the world because there's a signal happening and it's bouncing all over the place. I don't know where this signal is. This might be a signal that might be above China right now, and that satellite's enabling me to do these things. I don't know. I don't care. It's amazing. It works. So what is complicated about knowing that something more complex is out there for the human? We, like Ken says, we have 800,000 cells per second, depending on what frame of mind you're in and what you're ingesting in mentally. We are every second, 800,000 cells, right, Ken? You're proud. 800,000 cells. So I'm a little worked up right now, right? So I might have some kind of serotonin thing going up. But when I calm down later and I manifest and I go to sleep and I have my heart and my brain coherence and I'm running programs because I'm tapping into the quantum field. The Wi-Fi, I have no idea if they're using the quantum field. I have no idea. Satellites, whatever. I know that humans, from following Braden and Dispenza and my mentor, Ken Close, we have everything is already created out there and we have the power to like go get it. So I'm wirelessly tapping into the quantum field. This Healy device right now, correct me if I'm wrong, Ken, I chose this program. So if I'm a human right now that's not a monk in Tibet, where I know how to manifest for 4 hours and just completely heal my body and live to like 140 years old, right? Because this is what we're coming to, learning about these brain states and all of these things. We're keeping this simple tonight. Until we learn how to do this fully, because we will in this
Yeah.
lifetime. I don't know if it's a year. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's 5 years. I don't know if it's 10 years. I'm not sitting on the couch waiting because I love the new tenor. Okay. Now, if in 10 years they're gonna send some zap, everyone learns everything. Hey, everybody, we got all this stuff. Okay, at 12 o'clock on February 14th, Valentine's Day, because it's love. In 2029 or 2031, we're gonna send this zap and we're gonna zap everyone, and they're gonna get upgraded and you're gonna be healed. That's gonna be amazing. But I won't need it because I'm close to perfect right now because I got the memo. I'm tapping into everything. I'm tapping
Hell
into
yeah.
the quantum field,
Hell
right?
yeah. Hell yeah.
So
I mean,
maybe that's going to happen, but I believe that we're the consciousness shift when we're the ones changing this. We won't get into it today on a future show. We may be walking around in a simulation, okay? And I believe that in this lifetime we have the chance. We're in the video game. I got my joysticks. I fully figured out the game, and then I had to win. I want to win. I want to beat this simulation in this lifetime because I probably have to do it again. We probably did this 4 billion times already. We don't know it. I have no idea. I'm open to all of that. I think that might exist. I'm not sure. But guess what? I know what I have. I know what I can tap into. I know how my life is changing. People that know me for a couple of years, you have to see it. Maybe a dozen or two people, but God gave me the memo. I'm manifesting. I want to help as many people in this world to heal and tap into their power and start to change their life. Do I have a yacht? No. I'm not concerned about money anymore. The creator, the divine is going to give me everything I need, but my fulfillment is helping people and helping them to understand what's going on and to change their life. That's what I believe the creator is waiting for us to tap into our power, understand it, share with other people, teach them. And then you want to get to that day, you're waiting for a day, stop waiting and start.
No,
And I say this
it's
with
not.
love. Start
there's no date.
participating in this and get us there quicker. That's
Yep.
what I think is happening.
Today is the date. So the thing about technology, folks, think about this for a second. Electric cars, by the way, the first electric car was somewhere in the 1830s. 1830s, created by a Scottish scientist, right? And then in the 1880s, then Germans had started making electric cars with this electric carriage. I mean, this is not new, and yet today we're thinking, oh my gosh, electric cars, and everybody's super excited about the Tesla and that things. But science has created things hundreds of years ago, right? And even way back, where Hippocrates himself said, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food." Not chemistry, not pharmaceuticals, right? This is how the earth provides for us. No different than the Earth's magnetic field providing for us a stability, no different than the Earth itself being a grounding mechanism, which we can go and walk on barefooted and discharge all of the free radicals going on within our body. All of this stuff is naturally given to us. These are things that are in abundance. You don't have to pay for that kind of stuff. You don't have to, you go out and ground yourself on the earth, go out and do a meditation at sunrise. I mean, that light from the sun itself is incredible for how it influences multiple systems within your body. And now we have a technology, again, microcurrent that we're talking about tonight is not new. This is something from the early 1900s. Microcurrent's been around for a long time, and the effectiveness of it, the influence of it on our body, has been proven by science to increase ATP production. That's adenosine triphosphate. That's the spark plugs or the energy in the cell, to increase ATP production by up to 500%. Right, in just microcurrent, just what you saw Tenner doing, right, connected to 2 spots on his wrist, and information in the form of microcurrent is flowing through the cell structures of his body, influencing the causation for pain, right? Down regulating that causation for pain, up regulating the body's own ability to heal itself. This is not this microcurrent is not new. And like I said, it's increasing ATP production, the energy in the cell. It's increasing amino acid transport by up to 40%, increasing the protein synthesis by up to 70%. This is just science. You can go out and Google the influence of microcurrent on the human body, and you'll find this all day long. Now, the uniqueness of what this technology is doing is it's taking that microcurrent and using it like a carrier wave, like a pail carrying water from the stream to the home, right? Or from the source to the target. And so microcurrent is taking and sending information into the body, right? The microcurrent is the carrier, but it's oscillated at very specific frequencies based on what that carrier, the microcurrent, needs to be speaking to. So in Tenner's case, you saw he's running a pain program, right? Okay, that pain program is speaking to the pain receptors. It's speaking to his body to help his body release and relax and repair. And we could do all kinds of things. We have programs that speak to all kinds of parts of the body. And this is what's unique about the microcurrent within this technology. It has very specific frequencies that resonate with you. So if Tenner and I were running the same pain program right now, right? If I took the sticky pads and I had a pain in my wrist and I put them on my body, he put them on his body, and we ran the same program, it's going to resonate differently with his body than it does mine. This is the cool thing about this technology. It's looking at you as an independent body in space and time, and then becoming resonant, what's called the resonant effect, with you, so that it can actually speak properly. Because there's not a one size fits all.
It's going to end. I got like less than a minute left, but you see, folks, see the wave there on some. This is just on most of these programs. You'll see this number here changing because, like Ken said, it's reading my body, it's reading my cells, and it's constantly sending information back and forth. It literally is reading my body, my cells, and what they need, where they need it for the particular program that you're running. And I wanted to say,
if you understand resonance effect, Okay, resonance effect, it is a frequency that each one of our bodies, every cell is tuned to a specific frequency. And when we pluck a chord, let's say on a guitar, there's two guitars that are tuned exactly the same within proximity. If we pluck a chord on one guitar, the same chord on the other side that is tuned to that particular same frequency will start to vibrate. There's no physical connection between the two guitars, but the resonance effect, because there is like mass, right? Like mass. In other words, the strings are the same and they're tuned the same. They will start to vibrate together. So this is the way that the system works with our body. There is a frequency for your muscle, your bone, your skin cells, your brain cells, every emotion in your body. There is a frequency for that. And so this system goes in and looks for what your unique frequency is for the purpose of the program. Let's say the program has a purpose of, I don't know, energy, whatever you want it to be. It's going to look at your body and say, well, what exactly do I need to tune to improve energy in this body? This one that I'm attached to. I'm attached to this body. All I care about is that body. And remember I said earlier, I level the playing field with the body because we all have one. And that's where we can really tune in. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
So there we go. So this is what we're really, and this is all happening, not tomorrow and not yesterday, but in real time. Real time, it's happening with you.
Real time. And speaking of real time, hello, Sophia Superstar and Lori, who are in the chat here. I don't know if they're on
hey,
YouTube
ladies.
or whatnot, but everything's merging. They said hello. And
on
Shelby,
Facebook.
the girl, and my cousin in Florida, and Gigi Karen's probably on there anyway. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. I'm trying to focus. But guys, so my pain thing finished. I'm loading up another one. I'm actually loading up muscle harmony, Ken, because I didn't do that today. And so guys, look, I got the bracelets on. Now you can also run this. It has the Tesla Healy coil. You put it in here. You can put this in your pocket, in your purse, ladies, in your bag, whatever, or just clip it on here without wires. There's the coil, and it's not as potent with the wires on. It's called the microcurrent. It's direct current. So you'll get more of you may have to run a program. Like if I was running the muscle program and I wanted to use the coil, if like I was running around driving, I didn't want to worry about the wires, which I usually tuck in my shirt and jacket. It's really not a problem. But you can run the coil, and you would probably have to do two of the programs, right? Or kind of two and a half to kind of.
Let's look at it this way. Remember what I said: increase in ATP production, increase in amino acid transport, increase in protein synthesis. That's through the microcurrent right directly to the body. Okay. With the coil, what it's doing is it's taking that same microcurrent that's coming out of the Healy hardware, the electronics, and it's running it through. You can kind of see the reflection in the light here. It's running it through these circular coils that are inside this piece of hardware. It's converting the electron flow from the microcurrent into magnetic signals. And then that signal is emanating out no different than any other, say, radio transmitter, right? It's emitting out at the same frequencies. Your body is a walking, talking antenna, right? And those magnetic waves touch the body. They reinstitute electron flow into the body, and your body decodes the information. I mean, look at this intelligence, folks. I mean, you want to take just a moment for a second and pause and appreciate the intelligence in your body. It's extraordinary. And yet we have no clue. For the most part, my background, I'm an engineer, right? And I study epigenetics and neuroscience. And then I put things together in ways from an engineering perspective that we can influence this biological signaling. And this technology is brilliant. I didn't invent it, but a German quantum physicist did. And now we can make use of it.
I'm 95. I run one more 19-minute program later in bed, and my wrist. I almost sound like a snake oil salesman, right? Thank God I have a bunch of people that follow me that know what I did with this device, with my father, with myself. I mean, we haven't even gotten into it. This thing reads your aura. I'm working with someone. I'm doing a show tomorrow night. Actually, say Denise from the Grassroots Warrior Network. She finally got her Healy, and I was on the phone with her, got her going. She was running things. She ran her aura, and she was completely, because she's more of like in the spiritual world. And we ran her aura. I had her, record her vibration, read her aura in the Blue app. And she's like, Tenor, this is blowing my mind. This is making my hair stand up, because it tells you about you. Sometimes you're not going to want to hear it. And then it tells you things about your ancestral baggage that there's no way to heal it. But now there is, because this thing tells you about it, and the codes tell you whether it's your grandfather, right, or your grandfather. And you're like, and 90% of the stuff always makes sense to me. I mean, you can't get that close on, many things. And I redid my aura the other night when we were doing hers, and I put my positive affirmations in, because I told you part of me getting the dog is my dog is so close to the picture that I put in my Healy Ken.
That's
Bambi
awesome.
is so close to, and I was doing the heart brain with running the Healy. Like, I was using everything that the divine gave me to bring that dog into my life. I mean, it's hard to get into that zone, because we don't know. We have to relearn all of these things, so it's very hard. That's why I'm grateful that these devices and these technologies are here to help us tap into that until we reach that day. And I know for a fact with all of my heart. So I sound like someone that just wants to sell you something, because I'm telling you, in the future, I don't know if it's a year, 5 years, I have no idea, but in the future, and we talk about this all the time, Ken, in the future, devices will be obsolete, because we will learn fully how powerful we are internal. And when we
Exactly.
all reach that consciousness, we're just going to
Yep.
be instantaneously healing, or never get sick anymore. I don't know what it looks like, because we're not supposed to be.
It's the body. Again, you're exactly right. So remember, you said something there very significant. And I want you guys to really pay attention to what he said. He said, most of the time we don't do this stuff because it's hard, right? We've been programmed, we've been trained, and we've been taught that it was hard. Once upon a time, it was not hard, because we just simply practiced a mindset that was not in lack, that was not in despair, that was not in loneliness, that was not in some kind of traumatic experience, not in the past, not worrying about the future. It was more present. We had these minds that were more present, right? And we have so many distractions now. It's generation after generation after generation that's building more distractions that they're paying attention to. All the screens, all the news, all the junk mail, right? That's continuously bombarding these minds. And so it gets a little difficult to keep the mind in the present moment. And when we get out of that present moment, that's when the body becomes diseased. The stress response within the body is so tremendous. Look, science is now showing that in America, 85% of the human day is spent in stress response. 85%. Now, our biology, our autonomic nervous system is designed to balance us and move us from parasympathetic to sympathetic. In other words, from rest and digest to stress response. That's naturally designed to do that. We are gifted. These bodies have this tremendous capacity of regulating itself. But the problem is, our mind, this frontal lobe, gets on board with stress so much. Whatever you saw on the news, or whatever the email you got, or whatever that happened with Aunt Bessie 4 weeks ago, all of this stuff is still plaguing the present moment. And your stress response is so high. We've normalized such high levels of stress. We really don't even know the natural equation for that stress response to be in that fight or flight is about 20%. About 20% of your time in that stress response, because of thinking, analyzing, learning, creating, developing, and then 80% of the time in that rest and digest response, where you're acclimating your understanding, and you're moving that information over into the archives to become habit and behavior, right? But we're not doing that right now. Right now, we're so plugged into stress, so we need help. We need help. Now, you can do it yourself. As Tenner just said, everyone has the ability to do it themselves, and eventually, I think as we get better at this, and now we relearn, reteach our children, reteach ourselves, then we're going to get better at it without technology. But right now, people need help, and we're willing to help, right? That's the whole key, is we're able to give you a tool. All it is a tool. It's not a replacement therapy for your own mind, right? But sometimes we need to take the mind back, right? That's gone into some tailspin. and we don't know how to get out. And so let's fix that. Let's work on that.
While you're on the mind, I want to try to get out. I want to try to keep a short show because I want people that think they're here a long time, and they can immediately go to healingtheworld.love because there's a couple of those short videos that will explain this more. Rather than do that, I'd rather just talk about these things to get people revved up and excited to take control, folks. Try something different, okay? But speaking of the mind, this Healy, and I have to thank Sophia. Those that know, when my RV fell on my leg and I almost lost my leg, I was only lucky with a fracture. We were supposed to be talking about something else in this meeting, and I said I can't focus. I'm in pain. It was like a day after the RV, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, let me send you healing frequency." And I was like, this was like December 9th of maybe 22, I think at this point, right? Or 23, and I'm like, what? So she explained, showed the Healy. We started doing shows. We got a great family, great group. Everybody changing their lives, whether they were treating fibromyalgia. Like 2 women I know very great that suffer with fibromyalgia. They're like, I can't believe I can put my makeup on. I can go out. I'm not suffering with the, with the fibromyalgia. I help my sister with asthma. It's countless. Gigi's on here with, getting off oxygen. It's endless. Just with this, there's so many things, but I wanted to just target on the micro because this is one component of this whole amazing thing that Ken put together. And you don't have to have everything. You might just have 1 or 2 little things that one of these components will be able to help with that. But back to the mental, once I started to learn about the healing, and then I got one, and then I did my aura reading and everything. I learned stuff about myself. I didn't want to read some of the stuff, and I started to treat myself with that frequency because it puts out the positive affirmations. Until I learn how to communicate, correct me if I'm wrong, Ken, this just came to me this way today, and I think this is incredible. Until we all learn how powerful we are, what we have available to us, how to tap into the divine quantum field to change everything about us, our thoughts, our health, our life, our wealth, our abundance, our relationships, everything. It's all there. We change that. I had a device that was able to send the negativity of my aura, of my baggage, of my ancestry, which I could never know before a day like this and a device like this. It rewrites the positive affirmations. It takes the negative things in there and it rewrites it into a positive as if it's happening now. Because that's how this works. The heart and brain coherence is you see gratitude, and then hopefully you can go into seeing the things that you want and celebrate them in your mind and your heart as if they've already happened. That's how I have the dog. That's how I wrote a song. See? But I had devices helping me along the way too. So I can't say it was just me. I know it will be just me in the future. It will be just all of us because we're all connected. We're all connected to that field.
It's
right?
still just you. You just had an assistant. You had a virtual assistant. Right?
I have an assistant. And finishing that thought, this thing helped me to put those positive affirmations. It rewrote what the negativity was, and you can also send frequency to yourself. I'm fortunate I have another Healy. I have the Blue Dot app for another day. It's the frequencies. I'm running my aura. I redid my aura. My aura is so much better. My aura, when I was treating myself back then, and I was having this device rewrite and sent the way that it wanted to see Steve in the affirmative way, in the positive way, it was helping me connect with the quantum field, because I don't know how every day to connect with that quantum field, but this device is connecting me. So for that month, this device helped me tell the quantum field what I didn't know how to tell the quantum field. This is helping me do it. And this helped me get rid of my ancestral baggage. I had a very bad childhood with my father, and I can say 1000%, no bullshit, this device helped me heal the ancestral baggage. That if you asked me before this, if I was going to get a place where I could take my father out of a nursing home and take care of him until his last breath, I would have bet you the house ain't happening. I'm telling you, one of the thousands of things that this device did was cured that ancestral trauma. I forgave my father. People that know the story know that this is only reason that I was able to do that. So I forgave my father. So instead of me sitting here wondering, which I do often, but not anymore, because I know that my mother, I can talk to her. I know that we're connected. I know I'm going to see her in when I leave this test here. It was much easier for my father because I forgave him. I understand what's going on, and I was able to make that bond. And this device helped me to do that.
You
And
know,
it was
your
so much
superpower,
easier.
your superpower was the ability to make what no longer served you obsolete. Right? That's really where we're at. We've got the power of something to help us align with the best blueprint of ourselves. So this is a bridge mechanism, guys. It allows us, there's a quantum blueprint for everyone that is perfect. There's no flaws, there's no deformities, there's no disease in the quantum blueprint of you. What happens is that quantum blueprint gets filtered through the mind, and the mind puppeteers the brain, and the brain puppeteers the body. And then you become a physical form of what the mind is creating. But the quantum field still has your perfect blueprint. Your mind, your free will, your frontal lobe, all of the ancestral content within the mechanism of how the mind is using the brain, all of that influences your biology. It can be rewritten, or I should say bridged, with the things that are not broken. You bridge with the quantum field with your perfect form, and Healy helps to make that bridge. It binds that quantum field signature to the physical field signature. It binds that together, and then with alignment frequencies makes the crap that you've designed by mind in this present moment, it makes it obsolete. It gets it out of the way so you and your body can pair up, partner up, and be the healer that you really are. Your body is the miracle, folks. Your body is the miracle.
Right.
What gets in the way is this baggage from our mind, whether it's from our ancestors, from our parents, from our coaches, from our siblings, from
The news.
from the news, from anything that's out there that we believe in. Understand that the body will never achieve what the mind does not believe. So if your mind is believing it, your body becomes it. And so everything that your body has become, I don't care if it's a disease, folks, I'm going to put the responsibility back in your lap right now. Here comes Ken giving you a little smack on the side of the cheek. I'm putting the responsibility back in your lap, because everything that the body has achieved is because your mind believes it. And so when you have some disorder, disease, or dysfunction, guess who is at the helm? Guess who is at the orchestration of that creation? You are, as a mind. So these tools help us, give us power back, right? Give the body its power back. And then we can start to slowly change the biology back into alignment. I think that sounds fun. How about you?
It's the great thing. Here's a couple of things. I want to wrap this up. There's one thing I forgot about, because I forgot to write this down. When we were in Washington, remember after the performance, remember when I came in the house? It was like Animal House, like so many people coming through, and 4 a.m, and the energy was insane, right? And but I think that frequency, because I believe also, I wanted to tell people, we talk about this, because I'm raising my frequency, because I'm not sitting around stewing and like, oh, this is, and I'm in this positive. I've raised my frequency. That's how the divine just worked and got me, through Sophia, used Sophia, got me invited to perform my first live performance, like, to people, of my song. It's because my frequency is matching other people's frequencies, right? This is what's going on when we're just in, like, and in the news and on, finding like how we're gonna get saved and getting caught up in all the shit. We're gonna stay in shit because that's all we're putting out to the field. I'm enjoying this shit. Give me more shit. I'm enjoying this shit. I'm miserable.
You're matching that frequency.
Matching
You're
your
matching the
shit.
shit
It's very
frequency.
simple. And so all of this changes. So anyway, I go in the house, right? And I didn't get to, for those that I thought we were, anyway, we were going to be doing the pop-up, but all of this is, so many positive things happen that Ken's schedule changed. And somewhere around, I think, March or April, there's a couple of week gap where Ken's going to be traveling cross country. So the Pandora one will be on the books. might be something in Colorado, and ending in Philadelphia. So just stay in touch with me, okay? Let me put that up, tennertalk.com. Okay, if you're here now, make sure you're hooked up with me on all of my social media, because we're going to continue to do shows. I'm going to ramp this up, talking about these things and these technologies. All my social media is right on the website, and my music, if you want to listen to it for free or buy it.
You got to listen to it, folks. You got to listen to it. I mean,
Thank you for coming. Was the divine? Was it? I did not write that song. I have to tell everyone, I can't even take credit for writing that song. I never fully wrote a song. I manifested. I went down to my special place, which is in the music video, the stream, and I said, God, you're going to write a song with me. I can't do this. I have to tell my story. And Ken, it's not me bragging. You say it. The divine wrote a song for the ages. It's going to be one of the most popular songs on the planet. I'm just letting everyone know, because it has nothing to do with me. It's because I tapped into the power that makes that everything is there, and everything is possible. That's why I have that song. Hasn't exploded yet, but it will, because I manifested it. It's why it exists.
And
There's
everybody
no
that
other
listens
choice.
to it feels it. Everybody that listens to it feels that message, feels it, because it's a source-driven divine message flowing through you. And when everyone hears it, they don't even need to know you. They don't even know this history. They just feel it. And you may not understand what you're feeling, but believe me, it is a divine presence. And if you don't know what a divine presence feels like, listen to the song, experience, and pay attention to what you're feeling. You'll get it.
I got to throw you $20 for that. So I'll leave the website up. Right on the website, guys. My three songs are on the website, and I'm not asking for donations. Digitally download the song. It's an average of $3,000 to $5,000 on the low end to go into the studio and create one song. I got 3 songs on the slate. I'm actually going in Saturday. We unearthed a song from 20 years ago that we're redoing, so it'll be relatively quick. So there's more songs on the way, guys. So go buy CDs, go buy some merchandise, help support. I love you, but at tennertalk.com. But today, we want you to heal. So as I'm getting my next thought and looking for what I was trying to put back up here, just start in the morning, right? I'm not telling you to go get one of these, but this is the least, this is the most economical component in this whole thing, and you can get started. So I did you hear something that you might want to get started? You know, in the meantime, here's what I beg you guys to do. When I wake up in the morning, I don't reach for my phone. I'll go to the bathroom really quick so I'm relaxed. I come back. I do reach for my phone to put like some of my favorite relaxing music or one of my songs on, because I'm before I look at whatever's going on in the day, nothing's going to change. I look on the screen if there's an emergency, but if not, I don't open up to start, and I'm off Telegram. I'm not watching news, because none of that. I'm not letting any of that negatively affect me, because I know what I have to do to change the world, and it's not staying caught up in all of that crazy news. There's a plan going on out there. God's in control, military's in control, wherever you are. My best service that I figured out, that I asked about, that God told me, was you need to stay focused on raising your frequency, helping people raise their frequency so they can heal. And you're going to do it through music. You're going to do it through a message. You're going to share these things that are working, because when we heal and we're raising our vibration and we're coming together, we're not caught up in the nonsense out there that has kept us. That nonsense out there and war and all of those things has kept us from reaching this place that we're talking about. And I gave that up. 90% gave that up, because I know what I want to do, and I want to continue to make positive changes in my life, not so much for me, for other people, because I want other people to see what's going on, and I want to help heal the world. I truly, with all of my heart, want to do that. So if you don't even have less than $500 to start changing your life with a Healy, at least, please, in the morning, don't grab the phone unless you want to put some positive healing or frequency music on, and try to just relax and get in a state of gratitude. Watch some Greg Braden short videos. I've shared them all over the place on my social media. 8-10 minute videos of him telling you how to connect the brain and the heart and do that coherence. and just feel gratitude, because love is going to change everything. That's 5D. That's where we're going here at the end of the day, okay? But this is an inside job. This is an inside job. So I beg you to leave the phone on the dresser in the morning, or put music on and sit there and just try to relax and set the intention for the day. This is hard, everyone. This literally took me over a year after listening to 2 audio books that Ken recommended. And this is work because most of the population does not know about this power that we have. So we're battling I won't give it any credit, but we were battling entities or good and evil that didn't want us to know. Obviously, you know this. They did everything they can to manipulate everything. Text and history and education, and they've suppressed, and they've done everything for millennia to trick us into believing that we're just, that we're nothing. We're just going to live 80, 90 years and drop dead. They did everything they can, whoever whatever it is. I don't give it any credence, because it doesn't exist for me anymore, because I got the memo. I know what's here to help me. And I know that once we all come together and we reach a critical mass, a critical consciousness, technology and everything goes away, and we will just be showered with truth, health, and everything is going to come. But in the meantime, I want to do everything that I possibly can to participate. I don't want to be on the sidelines,
Mhm.
So
So one of the things I want to touch base on what you said right there, because it's important. You spoke about how you start your day, and one of the most powerful things that we can do as human beings is to set an intention. In other words, by saying I affirm what I want. In other words, create an intention. What do you want? I ask this question of everyone I work with. What do you want? Because oftentimes we'll take a look at whatever technology we have, like Tenner's talking about. You look at your phone and like, oh, I don't like that, and I don't want this. We really need to gravitate towards one thing. First off, is what do I want? What life do I crave? What desires do I enjoy? And start to build an intention. Wake up to your day. Remember, there are over 400 systems going on or off within your body just based on the optic nerve's reception of light. So the sun comes up in the morning, right? That's the beginning of your circadian rhythm, wherever you are. And when the sun goes down, that's the end of your circadian rhythm. Between that beginning and that end, you have a cup or a vessel of energy. How you use it determines whether your body is healing or dying. Okay, understand this. You have the power. I think this is really important that everyone gets this memo, right? Like, I didn't even know on this call, I was invited, and I was like, I dressed this morning. I didn't know. I didn't have a memo to say, hey, wear the Superman shirt, and look at what Tanner's got there. We're matching Superman, right? So it was like, there is a unified field, and when we are empowering ourselves. And this is not ego. This is not selfishness. This is contribution. You're no good to the rest of the world broken. You're not any good to your family. You're not any good to yourself. You're not any good to your spouse or your siblings, not even to your workplace broken. So it's our responsibility to take our power back, empower these bodies, express our greatness by setting an intention of what you do want first thing in the morning, and then acting as it all day long.
Yep. Yeah.
That's it.
You're tricking the mind.
You're tricking the mind.
Because you don't have to trick your mind when you're miserable, because you're miserable. So it's there, it's in your mind. And mind's like, oh, I'm miserable. I want more misery. I don't know how to get out of this. So you have to trick the mind, because the mind, that's how deep this goes. You have to trick the mind, because the mind doesn't know. If you're making the heart and the mind connect, and you're like tricking your mind that you're a rock star, or you have the love of your life, or whatever it is, if you are able to keep doing that and trick it, you're going to get it. It's that simple. Yep. You're going to get it, because it has to give it to you. It has to give it to you. The field, the universe has to give it to you. I'm proof. Like, I don't have these gigantic, like, I'm not, I don't own a Trump Tower. I have a beautiful, amazing fur ball of love that I know exactly how she came into my life. And I couldn't even afford a dog at the time, and I have her. I never wrote a song before. I wrote a song. And it's not just, I just wrote a song. I wrote a song for the ages, because it's a song. God just didn't have me write a song. God he wrote a song with me that is going to help so many people and is going to be a global epic hit. It's not just, I just wrote a song. I want everyone to know, oh, that sounds pretty cocky, Tenor. Hells yeah, it does, because that's what I manifested, and it has no other choice but to happen. It's just a matter of time. So mark it. Remember, I told you it, and it's coming. I performed more music. Hello, Leota, Louisiana Leota, my boy, helping me. We're co-writing a song. My Jesus and Justice for All song is 90% done. It's one of the songs on the slate for the future. Everything is just popping for me, because I'm making it pop, because I got the memo. And again, some people don't have money, but if you really want to start to take your life serious, if anything resonated with you, I have to tell you, go to healingtheworld.love. Once you get out of here, there's a couple of short videos on there. Ken's QUORAEffect. You can go deep. There's plug and play. You can start with something simple. You can learn about, oh, what's another thing that, which I had to say, right? So I was starting to say, I came in the house and I took my shoe off right after the performance and everything, like 2 a.m. Remember, Ken?
Yep.
My foot is killing me. Holy crap. I got my shoe off. My foot was blue, and my big toe felt like it was broken. It's just, when you take the shoe off, sometimes it just hides the pain. It's like, right? And Lori can attest to this. So you had all the equipment with you. We put my feet on the red light. I got to do the red light therapy, guys, from the QUORAEffect package. So I got to do my red light therapy. Then when I went to bed, I did the same thing that I did with the sticky pads on my toe. And then Lori had this redox cream,
It's signaling molecules to tell the body to heal. We're telling the body to heal.
Which we'll talk about that in another show, because Lori looks like 50, and I won't say her age. It's, she'll talk about it. But anyway, so then after I did the pulsing and everything like that, I did the red light therapy for about a half hour, right? And my toe I was in excruciating pain, and I'd had broken stuff. So I'm like, I was telling everyone I broke my toe, remember? And it was swollen, and it was just discolored. And we did the red light, and I said, I feel a little better after that. Then I did 3 in a row of the sticky pads, right on the top of my toe, on the bottom of my toe, when I went to bed out in the RV, 3 in a row. And then I woke up in the wee hours of the morning, ran the 3rd one. Then I woke up in the morning and I put the gel on. We'll talk about just the gel. So just those 3 things. And what did I say the next night? I can't even feel anything in my toe, and it wasn't swollen. Like, this is really happening. This is like really happening, everyone. So do you want that? Like, is there anything that resonated? Go to Healing the World, watch the videos. There's the email. You can contact me through the website. If I just want to look at, the monthly deals are on the site. We just had it updated today. Like, what do you want to do? If you can't do anything, at least start the day with not getting caught up in that mess, and try to set it in, just try to. It's hard to tap into. It took me a while. I had to read 2 books, and, I got the devices, but I just, look, I'm not here. The last thing I want to do is be sounding like a salesman, but they're not giving things out for free yet. And I don't.
The key thing is information. Information leads to transformation, folks. And now you're just getting information here, right? And you got information about how you can start your day. You got information about how you can ground your body. You got information how you can use microcurrent to really influence your biology through epigenetics. You're getting information, and you also got a whole bunch of information about who's actually responsible for your health, right? Is it out there, or is it in here? Believe me, it's in here. The body's the miracle. So let's keep empowering the body. And you know what? Tenor and I'll be here to support you and train everybody and give all kinds of content as the weeks and months unfold. Pretty soon, everybody in the world is going to be empowered, right?
That's where this is going. So are you going to wait, or do you want to start to, do you want to start to transform? Because everything we need is here already. I mean, I've been saying this. I don't want to get into things. People that have been following me for a while, I've been saying for years now, everything is here already when I'm talking about financial system and all these things, sorry, med beds, whatever. I've been saying everything's here already and nothing's coming. It's
No.
and I've been proven right. No one can prove me wrong. It's been
Yep.
years now. I've been the only right one. So I don't know what
Yep.
people are waiting for, what they're listening to people that tell them this is coming and this is coming and this date, this is happening and this is getting delivered, and nothing's getting delivered here. Nothing got delivered. And I couldn't go anywhere. I went right in here. I went right in here and I went and got it all. And I got this, and we got other things, and it's plug and play. You could keep adding as you go. There's a lot to learn, everyone. But if you're serious about, if something resonated tonight for you, because you know me, I tell it, I love you and I want to help you, but I'm gonna sleep amazing tonight. If you're like, yo, Tenner's crazy, that's all bullshit. I'm gonna sleep like a baby because I sleep
Yep.
great too now. So I love you, but I mean, I can't. I mean, if I knew that I could come and choke you and say, wake up, I might do it. I might do that, but I don't think that I should have to do that. So I hope you see something. I love you guys. We got Ken. We're so blessed to have Ken. Like, this is a top guy. This is a scientist. This guy's just not talking from something he read. He's living this. This guy has a martial arts 30-year-old body. Okay, I've seen it. And Ken, I'm doing less working out, like you're saying. I'm running that muscle program, your protocol. I mean, and I
Yep.
lost 9 pounds since I came, incorporating the, I mean, I'm not amazing, but look at me. I don't work out. I'm going to be 57. Okay. I know 40-year-olds I could go see tomorrow. They wish they look like me. It's not handed down from my family. I can tell you that much. I went and got it. There's no coincidences, no miracles going on here. I got the memo. I know what's going on. I know how powerful I am. I know where this is going, and I'm not waiting around. If you want to wait around, God bless you. I love you. Keep watching. If you want to take action, go to healingtheworld.love. You have questions, send it. If someone loved you enough to invite you here tonight to watch the show, then use their referral link. If you're going to decide, to get a Healy, my website, you can navigate through there. If you're here from me, then you can go navigate right through the Healing the World Love site. You can go look at Healy's models, monthly deals, all of that. But please honor and respect the person that loved you enough to give you this information. And if you go to healingtheworld.love, you can look at things. But if you decide to move forward, please contact the person. If it's me, contact me or the person, because sometimes on top of the amazing monthly deals, they'll do like a 3-day deal. So I've had people go buy something that we had to, fight and say, oh, we didn't see, you know what I mean? Instead of them saving like another $300 or $500, depending on a model. So please talk to the person that gave you this information. Again, if it's me, you have everything you need at healingtheworld.love. Send me an email right there at Tennerstribe, which you can contact me through the website. Information is on there on the QUORAEffect, the different things. Pop-ups. Ken's going to be traveling in a month or two. We'll keep you apprised of that. If you want to do a pop-up in your town where Ken comes through and you get this full, the full treatment with the everything in the QUORAEffect, the light, the sound, the vibration, the oxygen, the red light, the green light. 1, 2, 3. I always want to do that when I do that. Red light, green light. 1, 2, 3. But I'm excited, folks, and this is the Tenor. He's excited all the time because I start the day with a good intention, and if I start to be in quicksand, I know how to immediately get out of there. And this takes training because we've been bamboozled for millennia. So start to learn how powerful you are. Thank you, Ken, as always, Ken say, and we're very lucky to have you. Very, very lucky. I'm believe
Thank
me.
you. Thank you.
I'm honored that we got to. I have to thank. I think Sophia made that connection. So thank you for Sophia in the chat.
And we're gonna just keep making things better, brother.
We're gonna do more shows. Please,
Yep.
please go to healingtheworld.love, and I think the Tenor Talk is on there. If you want to then go backwards and watch my music and make sure you're hooked up with me on all my social media. We're gonna continue to do shows. We're gonna continue to spread the word, and we're gonna continue to let you know how powerful you are so you could start to change your life, because you're the most important thing. There's nothing to wait for. Believe
Yep.
me. Okay.
And
I
hopefully
love you
we'll see
all.
you live. Hopefully we'll see you live somewhere out there in the world, right? We'll be
I'm
able to see you
hoping
live.
there's I'm
We'll be
hoping there's
loving
a
on you.
CPAC thing, but I'm manifesting the shows, and I know
Yep.
shows are coming soon. I'm not worried about it. I don't stress over it because I already manifested it. Because
That's
part of
gonna
the writing
happen.
the song was I saw myself on stage, like I see myself on stage. It's like a daydream, and I'm interacting with the crowd and I'm talking to them like I'm daydreaming, like when I was a kid in school. That's this, but it's happening. It's already happened. So I know it's
Mhm.
going to happen. It's just a matter of time. This is how this works.
Love
It
it.
already happened. I just don't know when the date is. The divine is just going to tell me when to show up. It's just going to come from a place like it usually does, where you have no idea where you think it's going to come from. It's going to come out of left field. But it doesn't matter how it gets here because the universe, the quantum field is going to bring it, and I don't worry about it anymore because I know what's going to happen, Ken. Because I already gave it to the field, and it's how it happened.
Just
So
live
shows,
it in the body. Let's go.
shows are coming. Absolutely. I'll get you the dates real soon. There's going to be amazing, crowded stadium shows. I'm just letting you know. It must happen because I already created it and I celebrated it. So it's just a matter of time. I love you all. Go to healingtheworld.love. Make sure you get back to the person that loves you enough that invited you here. If you want to move forward stuff, contact them. And we're going to keep moving forward. We're just getting started again, everyone. I'm so excited. There will definitely be weekly shows, sometimes twice a week. Ken, thank you for your time as always.
Thank you
I
very
love you
much.
very much. I love you, everybody. Peace.